CBS 42 News at 10 starts with a big story.
The Jacksonville community rallying together tonight in the aftermath of a fire that heavily damaged a local church and school. Good evening, I'm Art Franklin.
I'm Sherry Jackson. The Faith Temple Christian Center and Jacksonville Christian Academy were closed today as church and school leaders work to figure out what comes next. CBS 42's Chloe Vicente is in Jacksonville tonight with how they are staying positive through really tough times now. Chloe, good evening.
Sherry and Art, good evening. You can see her behind me. The building is left charred and crumbling, displacing an entire church community and part of the Jacksonville Christian Academy. Now, despite the tragedy here, church members say that they're staying positive.
It's been really hard. I grew up in the church. My parents were married there. I was dedicated there. My children were dedicated there. So it's a huge part of who I am and my history.
Rachel Blanchard and her mother's lives center around the Faith Temple Church and Jacksonville Christian Academy. Both of them are teachers at the school and active members at Faith Temple Christian Center. Rachel's mother, Marie, was here Saturday night as flames tore through her family's foundation.
You know, I just couldn't stay and watch it burn. You know, my parents helped to build the building. My dad was here. He would go and work all day at his job to provide for us, and then he would come over here and work in the evenings. And it was really hard because we've got blood, sweat, and tears in this place.
According to the school, the church building, lower elementary school classrooms, lunchroom, and auditorium are all destroyed, along with much of what's inside.
Anything that you could think of that a teacher would use, you know, those things are gone now. And it's kind of like starting all over.
Despite losing everything, members of the school and church say the outpouring of support from the community is uplifting.
There have been several churches that have reached out and said, we have facilities. We would love for you to come and meet here until you have a new home.
And the fire didn't stop Faith Temple from holding its Sunday service. Church members gathered outside of a nearby congregation, praying for new beginnings.
God didn't intend for a fire to happen, but He can take the ashes and turn it into something beautiful, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Now, if you would like to help, you can send money directly to the school. They are currently accepting donations. The Jacksonville Fire Marshal says the investigation into the fire is still ongoing. Live in Jacksonville, Chloe Vicente, CBS 42 News. Local coverage you can count on.
Chloe, thank you. Very tough for that community.